everyone. Welcome to this primer, this recap of our districts. Donald J. Brower here with James Clarke. We are recapping District 10 through 17, technically District 10, 11, 12, 14, and 17. A lot of coverage in the early part, not so much in 17 and 14. Realignment kind of threw Del Barton into a loop. But before we get into our recap, we got to thank the people who got us here. First, Dan Warnikoff, Champion Athletes. Your body is like your car. You want to put the best fuel in it. Dan helps you do that. If you're an athlete, non-athlete, in-state, out-of-state, he'll help you get to where you need to be and do it healthy. Dan Warnikoff, Champion Athletes. Apex Wrestling School, 4 locations in New Jersey, 1 in New York, founded by New Jersey legend Damian Logan and I almost messed up his partner's name, Dane Tabano, his college roommate. They are one of the fastest growing wrestling schools and proud supporters of what we do here at GSHSW.com. And the Harrington Companies. You have a house, want to make it nice, want to rip it down and start a new one, have an open lot, they can do it all. The Harrington Companies, proud sponsors of GSHSW.com. Now, we're going to head to District 10. If you want to look at some of our other previous ones, you can look at the videos we did on District 1 through 4 and also 5 through 8. But this will be handling the later districts. So District 10 at Nutley. I kind of picked this one right away, looking at who was there. But we both thought Del Val was going to take this, and they did.
Absolutely. I mean, again, like we've talked about, a Hunterdon County team with mostly all Essex County teams and one Hudson County team. Definitely an interesting mix. But overall, some good individuals that we're going to talk about, too, that made names for themselves this weekend, like we kind of thought they would. And, you know, Essex County was pretty represented, too, in the finals, but Del Val took it over.
Well, this is one of the ones I only got one wrong on. And the person who was I was wrong on made the final. So it was Christopher Cifelli from Nutley at 106, Jake Taylor from Del Val at 113, Nicholas Addis from West Orange at 120, Jaden Perez at 126 for Del Val, Matt Roach at 132 for Del Val. 138, I had Jackson Bush winning it. He finished second to Joshua Beza from Kearney. 144, Rocco Negron from Belleville. 150, Ben Levy from Del Val. Alexander Diorio from Livingston at 157. His teammate Joseph Jean-Marie from Livingston took it at 165. You got a chance to see those two at the Essex County tournament. I'm very impressed with what they did. 175, Kevin Roma from Del Val. 190, Anderson Alcott from Del Val. Arthur Rosu from West Orange at 215. And then Brandon Taranzo from Nutley at 285. So only one, and he made the final. So I'm really happy with what we did down there at 10.
Absolutely. Great job by you, Don. Congratulations. Nice little pat on the back. I'll do that, too, a little bit. Just get some
give myself the Barry Horowitz treatment. Google it, kids. So that was District 10. Now we're going to head to a district you had a real close-up look at. Morristown. We were at District 11. Picked Pope John to win it. Pope John did walk away with the team title. You were there. You were on the call from District 11. You got to see the finals. What did you think?
I mean, there were definitely some good matchups. We definitely saw. Actually, the district day itself went by pretty quickly, and it was running really smoothly. The finals actually were no different than that, honestly. We did get some really good matchups. We definitely saw a couple of upsets, not anything too crazy, but I know the 106 semifinal round between Joe Rowinski of Hackettstown and Brody Neal of West Morris had to battle it out in the semifinals, which we knew that was going to happen. Rowinski avenged his early season loss to Neal and was able to beat him 9-4. So that he had a really impressive showing before he had to face Jake Holly of Pope John. But no shame in him whatsoever to be able to do that. That's a tough weight class.
That's tough to go from a Brody Neal to a Jake Holly. I mean, it's not like you're getting any easier. It's just like, okay, I made the finals, cool, but yeah, I'm very impressed with that. So you only got 2 wrong here. So as you said, Jake Holly won at 106. That's who we had. I had Mark Montore from West Morris. He finished 3rd. Matt D'Arcy from St. Benedict's Prep wound up winning it. And then 120, Jared Van Allen from Columbia. Dalton Weber from Pope John at 126. Carson Walsh at 132 from Pope John. 138, Justin Holly from Pope John. 144, Jack Myers, hometown in his home gym, wins it again. 150, Sean Kernow from Morristown. 157, Kevin Wilson. 165, I had picked a gentleman, we were talking about Hackettstown. I had picked Jose Alvarenga Garan of Hackettstown. Michael Fahmy of Whippany Park wound up winning it. 175, Timolin Menbelig from St. Peter's Prep, or St. Benedict's Prep, excuse me, took it at 175. Kyle Blue from Belvedere at 190. And then the West Morris upperweights, Tommy Borgia at 215 and AJ Codella at 285, taking the wins there. So not a bad setup. And I mean, we had a good time getting everything set up, and everybody loved our coverage. People were telling me how good you were, and I asked them what they've been drinking. But no, they told me how great it was, and they were really impressed with your call for the finals there. And I'm sure it was an exciting one looking at the results.
Absolutely. Another wrestler that I'm excited to see, we saw him wrestle at the Essex County Tournament about 3 weeks ago, was Timolin Menbeleg from St. Benedict's Prep. This guy is a takedown machine. His opponent, he just kept taking him down, letting him up, taking him down, letting him up. It will be great. It will be interesting to see where he kind of ends up in the regions, and possibly even with states too. But I think this guy is being overshadowed right now, and not enough people are talking about him. So I would start talking about him now in the postseason.
Yeah, start the chats now. So the final one, excuse me, I'm sorry, not the final one. The one with a big group of our coverage area was District 12 at West Essex, and I picked West Essex to win it, and they did. And not too bad here. It looks like I got 5 wrong, but it looks like a lot of finalists, as I said. 106, Alex Esposito from West Essex took it. At 113, Christian Basante from West Essex won it. I had Evan McNeil from Lyndhurst taking it. 120, exactly who I thought it'd be, Nick DeFrancesco Antonio of Hanover Park. I've learned that name so many times over the years, I could spit it out like it's going out of style. 126, Nick Basante won it for West Essex. I had Mario Del Vecchio from St. Mary's, Rutherford. 132, Ethan Curlin from West Essex took it. 138, we talked about this, so I wasn't really shocked when I saw this. I had picked Thomas Ruane, but you had mentioned Joey Tantalai at Hanover Park, and he wound up winning it here. So good on you for mentioning that in the when we did it.
Yeah, no, he definitely impressed everyone this weekend. He won it 4-3. It was a tight one. So congratulations to him.
And then 144, Reed Clousey from West Essex. 150, Nick Janish I picked from West Essex. Nizaire Williams from North Collegiate at 157. That was chalk. Nando Ott at 165 from Hanover Park. I had taken at 175 Jack McCaffrey from Madison. Carmine Massey from West Essex won it, but McCaffrey finished second. And then 190, Vincenzo Laval. I didn't think there was anybody coming close to beating him. 215, I had Joderson Remis from Orange. He didn't qualify for regions. Chris Nigro from West Essex actually won it. And Isaiah Lambert from Irvington took it for heavyweight. So not too bad.
No, we did pretty well. I thought we kind of knew what to expect from between the two teams of West Essex and Hanover Park. We know those two teams pretty well. We've seen these individuals too, so we kind of knew like matchups were going to kind of go in certain ways. I was impressed. I thought this was a good turnout for us.
Yeah, I think it went well, and you kind of get an idea of who's going to go where, and you see everything coming through. So, I didn't go too bad. Now let's head down the highway. We'll head over to District 14 at Hunterdon Central. Swing by the Chick-fil-A right there at the circle and grab something to eat and head over to the high school. We had a pretty good one here. Got 5 wrong here. I'm pretty, not too bad. Some teams that kind of floated in and out. Some guys that surprised some people and I think opened a lot of people's eyes. But I took Hunterdon Central. That's who actually wound up winning it. So not shocked there. But 106, Reed Busby took it for North Hunterdon. 113, I had Aiden Yeruzzi from North Hunterdon. Jack Abramson from Pingree took it. Anthony Rossi from 120. Keep an eye on Rossi. I know I'm yelling after the fact, but trust me, I keep an eye on him. I would not be shocked to see him very high on the podium. 126, I took Matthew Diaz from Bridgewater. It was Christian Bollett from Voorhees, which is actually the nephew of the Morris Hills and Newton head coaches. So their younger brother, that's his son. And, congratulations to Christian. 132, Logan Levine was my pick. Ahmed Hussein from Hunterdon Central took it. Then 138, Evan Thompson from Hunterdon Central took him. Nick Villani from Bernards, I picked that. Rhett Wazaleski from Hunterdon Central, 150. Logan Wykorik from Voorhees at 157. Brian Wilson from North Hunterdon at 165. Thomas Brunetti at 175 from Hunterdon Central, had all of them. Then at 190, I had taken David Brothers from Bernards. Fabian Acuna from Somerville beat him in the finals. Trevor Zaborski from Voorhees, I had picked at 215. That was the correct one. And then, I wouldn't call this a shocker because they've wrestled each other before, but Tyler Suck from Hunterdon Central beat Cameron Bauman from Voorhees. I thought Cameron would win that, but not shocked that there wasn't with that. So, congratulations to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And then with Hunterdon Central's Anthony Rossi and Brunetti, they still remain unbeaten. So going into Regions Week, not jinxing anything, but hey, they can definitely shine too.
And you'll see our upcoming region previews that'll be up later this week. I have high hopes for them. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, sprinkle in the breadcrumbs. Follow me to the meal. So now we'll head to District 17, or as I like to call it, try to tire out Delbarton down at Middletown South. They didn't really do a good job of that because Delbarton went really far and dominated this district, won it, obviously knew they were going to pick it and win it. Only had a few differences in what the results of what happened and then, who did what. And one of them, I don't know. We'll get to it in a second. So Cameron Sons from Delbarton won 106, picked that. Peter Terranova from Delbarton 113, picked that. I had taken Daniel Jones from Delbarton. Jones withdrew from the tournament before it started, and it wasn't injury. I don't know if it was injury or what it was, but he withdrew. So, do I get partial credit?
I mean, if we're gonna do it for Aiden Schlett, I say we got to do it here because this was totally last minute. This was like breaking news as soon as the quarterfinal started.
Former state champion, we're talking about here, withdrew. So, Dylan Hirsch wound up winning that from Hopewell Valley, 120. And these will be Delbarton guys. I'll run through them. 126, Ryan DeGeorge. 132, Chase Quinault. 138, Jaden James. 144, Trevor Jones. 150, Gabe Logan. And 157, I actually had taken Conrad Haghetto from Hopewell Valley. Carl Betts from Delbarton wound up beating him in the finals. Then 165, Alessio Parent from Delbarton. 175, Lou Sergio from Delbarton. 190, I had so if you read the results, I think I wound up changing it, but if you saw it early, I had Trip Freetagus from Delbarton. It wasn't. He's from Manville, so I accidentally mistyped. But I had Trip winning, and Elbrus Majaga from Delbarton wound up winning it. And then 215, Vincent Lee won it for Delbarton, and 285, Connor Martin from Delbarton. So pretty much the Delbarton show as we thought it would be. James, you there? Well, I think James froze up, so it was a great time to wrap it up. Check out our other preview videos for what we've done, everything that's going on. We have the district recaps that we've done for both. We're having the upcoming region previews we'll have up here. We'll have the podcast and everything. We're not done. We're not done for the year. So stay tuned with us. Trust me, we're just getting started. Follow us on social media on Garden State HS, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at Garden State HSW, on Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling, or like and subscribe on YouTube for all your upcoming stuff. You want to be a sponsor, click the URL here on any of the pages. We're taking limited sponsors for next year. Just fill out the form. I'll get back to you within 24 hours. Very inexpensive. We're the premier high school wrestling provider in the state. Why work with the rest? We can deal with the best. Don't work with that goof. Deal with the proof. GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your premier high school wrestling provider, the original. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. And if you'd like for us to come out and film next year, we have limited schedule availability. Send me an email at admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com, and we'll help you get where you need to be. So please like and subscribe as well on YouTube. Follow us for all our upcoming stuff. But for James Clarke, who apparently timed out and disconnected, I'm Donald J. Brower. We'll see you next week.